have a massive stun, and you have just the AoE from his ulti, and the AoE from Morgana keeping everybody in there. That's pretty good.
And there's a Tryndamere ban. These are actually interesting because these are the same bans, I believe, that Curse did against solo mid. And
Vayne will be the last one then, yeah.
Interesting here. Yeah, exactly. If they really want to follow that one. But yeah, solo mid actually banning out Soraka. That's actually the exact same thing that happened, I believe, last time as well, where they just, we're just first pick. We're just going to
KX said we want to play either Sona or Soraka, and we want to ban the other one. And they have first pick, so they're going to do the same thing.
And the other really smart thing that solo mid does, and I think TSM just won Champion Select, is so they're going to grab that first pick, Sona most likely, but they've got Maokai and Skarner available, and Offline just said, well, these are the two that you just must pick. How dare you not do anything but that? So which means that, they'll get first choice between Maokai and Skarner, but solo mid gets the other one. Oh look, there's the instant Sona.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, apparently Sona's is highly respected healer champion. NA teams just love Sona so very much, and it seems it's mostly the European teams that seem to play Janna more often. But is that really enough to beat NiF Candy Panda?
That's the question. There's the Vayne that they actually left open to pick her. That makes perfect sense as well. They really don't want KX to play that Vayne. They're like, they're probably not going to first pick Vayne because they did the Soraka Sona thing before, so maybe SK even saw that coming, and then they'll just first pick the Vayne. And Kevin showed us that he can play very good Irelia at top lane, so he'll just do that again.
Irelia picked her banned every game. Better nerf Irelia.
Yes.
And there's the insta-lock Sivir in response. Or did I say Soraka or did I say Sivir? I think I said Sivir properly.
Yes,
so Sivir insta-locked. So Sivir Sona going to be... aside from a tongue twister, a very strong lane down there. A lot of AoE, actually very aggressive. KX in the interview said, "I love playing aggressively. Sona is the more aggressive version of Soraka. Let's do that." And actually, with Skarner, Maokai, and they're like Rammus.
Wow. Okay.
Because and he asked, who should we pick? And he says Rammus, and he says okay.
Okay.
And so SK still, they've got tons of room to pick any jungler they want. None of the junglers really have been banned unless you play jungle Trynd. So despite SK saying, well, these are the ones that you must play. It's like, well, actually, we'll just play Rammus. It's cool, bro.
I'll just correct you there. If you have Snooper, you play jungle Karthus. And you do it in Go Follow. And you do it successfully, which no one else can do.
That's fair.
Snooper, possibly one of the best junglers in Europe. And wow, they're counter-picking the LeBlanc.
But there's two things here as well. There's two things here. So one is obviously that LeBlanc is just like, mind equals blown. But two, SK are like, yeah, we're gonna go Vayne Janna. And KX was like, who picks Vayne Janna? And, it certainly worked in TSM's favor when Curse kind of dropped the ball there, but that's really the thing. Okay,
they will grab that Skarner. Yeah, Skarner is valuable, although they're not gonna take him anymore. I mean, at this point, well, they're not. They want to take the Janna. They don't want Reggie to run a P Janna.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it would have worked in this team comp, but he can definitely make it work. I mean, AP Janna is kind of iffy. She has this thing where she can just auto-push and then go and wreak havoc in other lanes very, very easily.
And she runs fast innately with that Zephyr,
exactly,
so I believe it. So it's time for solo mid to pick their solo mid and their solo top. So... they know that the LeBlanc is there for the counter pick because they know both those lanes are there. They can counter pick both those solos. There are a number of bans out there. Karthus, Cassidon, Cassiopeia, Morgana. 4 mages are banned out. Tryndamere for the solo tops has been banned out, but everything else is still on the table.
Why haven't we seen a Riven this tournament yet?
You could lane Skarner too. I mean, Skarner's a good solo top. Hotshot played him very well in a fairly recent tournament, and I think it was WCG, where he basically just ran solo top Skarner all game.
Well, you're going to be auto-attacking minions, so you're going to have all your cooldowns all the time. Oh, really?
He's going to Gragas. All right.
Well, there was a very yes. Do it, Rainman.
Please lock in.
Yes, come on.
It'd be a good pick against Aurelia, honestly. Sion also a good choice. Sion can survive that LeBlanc burst.
And that's going to be a Teemo. And I know somebody at home is very happy right now.
I'm happy.
Yes, and you're also very happy. Yes.
This is good.
This is good. Rainman is probably the best Teemo player there is because nobody else plays him.
By default, the best Teemo player in the world. I played him once.
He plays a very, very tanky Frozen Mallet first Teemo, and he does very successful with it. I mean, he got stomped by, I think it was a Riven in solo queue recently. And there's the Skarner pickup. Yeah, they just left it open until the very end. And the Sion mid, I really like that, actually, because the Sion can shield against the sudden burst from LeBlanc. And even if LeBlanc is doing well, Sion can still auto-farm the lane and then just go somewhere else. Mobility boots, maybe even.
And that is a good choice. The one really big difficulty for LeBlanc is that she does not farm well, and especially not well at turret.
Yeah.
And so you pick an auto-pusher like Morgana or Sion or Xerath, and you do a lot of really cool things with that. So, I mean, that is going to be the lineup here. And there's about 3 stories I'm really excited to see here. So one is, this must-pick Skarner right? Against what Ocelot said was not one of the top two. This Ram, he said that there's a tier above. There's Skarner, Maokai, and then everything else, and yet Rammus was the grab. Number 2 is of course Ocelot with LeBlanc is a very big one, and number 3 is Chaos saying that Vayne Janna is a joke, and he wants it. So we'll see if that actually proves to be correct, or if Candy Pan and Neff are like, no, you just have to be skilled. And I don't mean that as an insult to curse.
But look at the skills on Boss Panda. Flash? Nah, who needs Flash? I'm gonna go Cleanse Heal.
Cleanse Heal. Well, cleanse for the blind, cleanse for the Scion stun, cleanse for the Sona dance. I see it. And then
the heal is just such
option.
A beautiful bait. Obviously, the CV has a heal as well. Especially going for both of them going for CVs this time around. Both supports.
Yeah,
makes sense. It's not necessary anymore in high elo. I think, just correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's because the new jungle opens up completely new paths, so it becomes much harder to spot the jungle of the CV.
You do pin them down less.
Yes.
Also, it was just sort of the nerf on CV combined with the buff on heal that support started running heal instead, and everyone auto-picked Flash anyway. And then now it's like, well, actually, it's more effective if the AD carry picks heal because you have more healing yourself than on teammates. So, the AD carry picks heal, which means the support. Honestly, I believe that exhaust on support is underappreciated. There's all these hyper carries like Tryndamere, etc., where it's like exhaust is really a big deal at shutting these champions down. You kind of want 1 to 2 on a team, I feel. And then also it means that if you do play aggressively like this Sivir Sona lane, you can exhaust as a kill move. And of course, yes, Vayne can cleanse, but you've got other options there. That means he has to save cleanse and can't run out anything else, or you get a free exhaust out.
Or you can still follow up with a Sona ulti. And we're seeing the Black Metal Teemo skin here. That's beautiful. Yeah, I am very, very much excited about this. I think this could definitely go either way. The picks are definitely non-standard. I'm very happy about that Sion, because if that Sion works out, he's just one of those and 2/3 of your health are gone now champions.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's, Flash Ignite, he's all about that damage output there. And we are into the game. Chaos running out in front right away. And he's going to be on Sivir with boots and potions. So even though he has a healer support with Sona, he is going with potions early on. Yeah, and we are going to just get up onto this game. Sivir just running herself up to the front. You can see 70 attack damage from Runes and Masteries, doing quite well for herself, and just leading the charge across the map. And
look at that. Sleazy actually starting with the Money Mastery on jungle. I haven't seen that.
You can you can regrowth pendant with or without.
No, we made it cheaper. Sorry, never mind. We made it cheaper. That's only been like half a year ago.
He's 475. It's fine.
Yes, it's normal. Everything's normal.
We can easily check the masteries by pressing this little button. Oh my gosh, they're right on top of them.
Yes, Reggie almost got in range there of LeBlanc. Almost. He's obviously gone for the stun first. No boots on Skarner, but boots on Science. He could have almost caught up
Reggie hasn't even picked a skill yet. He's waiting to get in range because Shield is the better laning spec.
Yes.
He's like, he knows the range on the stun. He's like, why would I learn it if I can't cast it? So
yes, same for Teemo actually. He's probably going to go for a blind if there's a team fight, and the poison if he just lanes, right?
Absolutely true. Sivir, of course, getting Q regardless. Xpecial's already gotten Q regardless.
Yep.
Oddbro, the same case where, again, you want taunt or even Powerball for the early fight.
And defensive for the jungle.
Defensive ball for the obvious. I don't know. I feel like taunt's a really good jungling spec.
Taunt? Because of the armor shred. Yeah,
that -5, the 10 armor is just gigantic.
Right, yeah. Skarner, of course, starting with Crystal Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Ocelot. He's really scared there. He does not want to be caught. Now, is he going to delay minions, or what is he doing up there?
Oh, he's waiting for another potion.
Ah, yes, of course. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Reggie
He's going top.
Taking raise. Yeah, that is
interesting.
Weird.
Well, then you're not making Aurelia fight the worst lane in the world.
Yes, okay.
No one wants to fight Teemo in lane. It's freaking brutal.
Is it really? Wow.
It's harsh, dude. Being melee against Teemo sucks.
This is very unfortunate for us. That was my first unfortunate for the day, because we don't get to see the Reggie Bro versus Ossa Bro here. But we'll see that later, I guess.
That's very likely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially the teams make it out of the groups, and unless only one wins or loses. We're moving on, and Ocelot, farming up top, no problem.
Bottom lane here, we can see Candy Panda going already very, very low on health. Especially just playing this beautifully aggressive support that we like to see coming out of the Sona. And now Teemo has switched mid because he's like, you know what? I came into this game wanting to destroy an Aurelia. I'm going to find myself an Aurelia to destroy. So we do have the Reggie Bro versus Oz Bro grudge match in top lane. And that should be very, very interesting to watch right here. Skarner, at the same time, though, it looks like he is stealing the enemy red.
Oh,
and
glorious.
he got CV'd. Oddbro is rolling in, and boom.
Yep, and there we go. Rain Man up on the side. He's going to have to flash over the wall. Actually, no, he's waiting and baiting for Aurelia. This could be enough damage. He's been ignited. Sleazy trying to get away. He will flash. Rain Man's still very low. About 3 hits away from dead. But no, Kevin going to have to push back. But interesting all around, though. They managed to not have to make Sleazy burn flash. And actually, Rain Man, I guess he will stay in lane with just those health potions left, but he's definitely low on health. Ocelot
coming back mid lane. I'm not quite sure what the thinking is right now. If we have an after-game interview, I'm definitely going to ask them what was going on there with these switches, because this doesn't seem to make sense to me. Could he have been losing that hard to Regibro?
No, it's for Aurelia. Aurelia cannot lane well against Teemo. Every last hit, he'll gain 10 health from W and then lose 40 from poison, and that'll just wear him down.
Yeah, but Regibro just did some nice damages there to Kevin as well. It doesn't look like anywhere he goes, it's going to be a good lane for him.
He'll be so, but he's going to get pushed to the turret, then he can last hit and gain a bunch of health back. It is but the better case here to be against Sion. That stun burst is going to be less brutal, and here you're going to see him try to gain a little bit of health back. Now that he's level 3, he's got that Q now. He's going to be a little bit better off with Blade Surge.
Let's have a quick look at bottom lane, because Chaos is already winning really hard, and I want to see what's happening here. What's going on? He's 21 versus 15. He was 21 versus 11 a moment ago. Obviously, the wave just reached the turret right now.
Yeah, and he's going to get a lot of the little extra last hits right there because of this.
Yeah, right. But Vayne can farm rather well under the turret. She has the tools necessary with the Q and everything, so that usually tends to work out well enough. But yeah, especially playing super aggressively, and of course, Chaos has a heal while Boss Panda doesn't. Boss Panda. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, so Rayman back to switching over to fight against Kevin. They're going to keep doing that constantly. TSM wants to have that lane mismatch. They picked Teemo to counter lane Aurelia. That was the specific choice made there.
I wasn't aware that Teemo was a counter, but yeah, the way you explain makes perfect sense. That Poison's always going to proc. Is he going to max Poison, or is he going to max Q?
Generally, you max E and then Q. I actually don't know if you max Q next. I believe Raymond actually maxes Move Quick above Blinding
Dart.
Okay. Because the duration, obviously the damage is useful, but the duration goes from 1.5 to 2.5, and that's not enough of a change to be not worth 4 points in Move Quick.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Oh, but here we have actually both junglers making their way up towards top, both double buff, both level 3, almost the exact same experience bar as well.
And they're going to meet in the river right now. Oddbro is already spitting up. He's going to hit Sleazy there and tag him with a taunt. Raymond doing good damage. Kevin coming in from behind right now, jumping onto Oddbro, but Sleazy was already in withdrawal mode, and Kevin shouldn't have jumped in there, I think.
Well, he got up and low, but... Yeah, it also gave him time to switch.
Yeah, that's true. And Ocelot's back top. They're just going to keep playing this game all game long, and you know what? Currently, it's going in favor of TSM. They're 200 gold, 100 gold ahead. Yeah, and Ocelot, let's have a quick look. 39 on Reggie versus 28 on Osse, and 19 on Rainman versus... Oh, actually, 25 on Aurelia, so she's not been farming too badly. Only that she can't keep it going. And Candy Panda has to go home already. Used all his health potions and got really low. That's the problem of not having a healing support in your lane.
Yep, did run out of potions. KX still has 2 left. Did use 1 early on, but otherwise he's fine. And they're just pushing at the turret super hard. You can see, especially even priming the minions for him. They know they want to push, and Xpecial's hitting them early and saying, "Yeah, I'll give you the last hit, but I'm going to help you push for now."
Yeah. Yep, Kevin eating the stun from Sion in mid lane, and that's not going to be a problem. And we can already see Rainman coming back in mid lane.
Yep, absolutely, and Move Quick helps that, of course, a little bit as well. And Reginald's going to go back to base to see if he's going to pick up upgraded shoes yet, or just spam more Doran's Rings. Looks like it's Doran's Rings.
Freak, to me, it just seems to make more sense for SK. I mean, even, never mind the bad lane matchup at top lane, it just seems to make much more sense to run LeBlanc in mid, because she wants to go out and gank, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that her purpose in life?
I know, absolutely. She does want to gank post 6, though. I don't think her burst is necessarily quite good enough at 4, especially with the team here. Now, certainly Vayne can push into walls, but Sivir has Spell Shield and she's been full health forever, which means that they can't really burn through that 1,000 health very easily, and so they need LeBlanc to do enough damage that actually starts to matter.
Yeah.
And so kind of in the meantime, they're saying, well, we'll wait until you get levels, then we'll go for it. Ocelot actually warding here. They do know around 7 minutes is when the Golem is going to respawn, and look, they're already there and waiting for it. Sleazy camping around. Reginald kind of very aggressive as well, but it's not up yet, so they're just going to have to back off for now.
Ooh, and there's the ping going down on Raymond. It looks like they want to do some damage to Raymond, and Ocelot flashing and missing the leash there, but forcing Raymond to flash, that is not bad for Kevin, at least. He can now get a gank from Sleazy and actually turn to a kill, which is exactly what he needs.
Yep.
And Sleazy has started the blue, but Oddbro is also on the way. He's rolling in. And he's got to be spotted right now. He turns around. He's probably giving out the call to Sion for help, but Sion's not going to be there in time.
He got it with Smite.
He got it with Smite. Well done, but he may pay for it with his life. Nope, there's a flash.
Oh my gosh, they got it anyway. Holy cow, that damage output. Ocelot picks up first blood, and he's like, so I have the blue anyway. Thanks for the 400 gold, dog. And
keeping it warm for me. Yes, I was about to say, I was like, does he have enough damage? And then he just kind of answered that question. That was
yes, he does.
Damage. Yep, Kevin taking good damage from Reggie Bro there, but he's gonna be happy just keeping that lane, and that's exactly what you don't want to happen with an enemy LeBlanc. You don't want her to get an early kill, especially not the first blood, because if she starts snowballing, she snowballs hard. If she doesn't start snowballing, she might as well not be in the game.
Yeah, and the thing is, with control of blue, that's so massive as well, because now she can basically just keep QR spamming, and that cooldown's going to be not too bad now. Look at her, and it's 30 seconds is not so bad. You get it once per wave. Okay. Yep. Sion's going to try to clear minions once per wave, and then he's going to take like 400 damage in return. So
she's just going to wait for the shield to be down and just put the QR down.
Yep.
And it looks like they stopped the switching because Reggie Bro went back to... I'm going to keep calling him Reggie Bro all game now because that's his thing. He went back to the shop and he did not switch over to top. He's back in mid lane. He's like, you know what? Also, let's do this. Let's have a little grudge match.
Yeah.
He's prepping minions right now to get them all with a single shield burst. And, not quite there for the 1 meter creep there. And Ossa's going in very aggressively there. Misses the leash, unfortunately. Could have been some good damage. And did he use his ultimate? I didn't even see.
He used it earlier in the burst. You can see it's on a 20-second cooldown still.
All right.
Reginald just putting wards down. He's very afraid of the enemy Skarner for good reason. But this is the lane matchup that TSM does want. They actually want this matchup here because it's about Teemo fighting Aurelia. And so far that's happening. So they're, it'll be a little bit harsh fighting against Blue LeBlanc, but...
Ooh, Skarner in bot lane setting up for a gank right now, Sleazy, and there's a clairvoyance going on. SK Candypanda going in with his ultimate for a lot of move speed. Gets Chaos nailed against the wall, but unfortunately Sleazy had already turned around. That could have been enough for Sleazy to get him into ulti range. Unfortunately...
Maybe if he flashed, but it would be really, really close. And honestly, Sivir had already popped her ultimate to get that movement away. Sona does have that 1 point Song of Celerity, so they can run away from those kind of ganks. And it's just weird that he ran through mid like that.
Oh, beautifully done in mid lane there from Ocelot. There could be a kill right now. Reggie Bro went into farm with his shield, and Ocelot timed the QR exactly right to pop the shield before he could hit the minions with it and did some very nice follow-up damage. And there, actually this time he got the shield off. Nicely played there. And Reginald used his ulti, but it wasn't enough to get a lot of health back. Obviously, if you don't build AD sign, you're not going to get that much out of the ulti.
Yeah, you still get 50% lifesteal or something to that effect, or we'll get the numbers in a second. Let me find this guy. 50% lifesteal on 109 damage is still 50 health per attack.
That's true. That's true.
Twist my arm for 50 health, please. That sounds so terrible.
Yes.
Kevin's still farming up, and you can see, actually, the minions are pretty good here. 71 versus 94, sorry. Sivir is pretty much crushing this bottom lane, so looks like KX is right about how this lane is going, but, Sivir Sona probably going to win, and so far it is.
Yeah, they are definitely winning in creeps there. The question is who's going to scale harder into late game, Vayne or Sivir? I'm not the expert here, but I always hear Vayne referred to as a hyper carry, not so much Sivir.
Yeah, they scale in different ways. Sivir will always be useful to the team where, late game she's got that giant move speed buff, which is going to let them outrun Skarner for free. It'll let them run away from this Aurelia as well. LeBlanc has dashes, so you're not going to really escape her so much, but they're actually going for it. Oh, no, she's going to get away with that cleanse, and that is why she brought that cleanse. She got caught by your special's ultimate, and they're like,
at the same time, though, Reginald is setting up to come in from behind. He knows that Candy Panda is low right now. They just need to push some minions into the tower so that he can go in without taking aggro. Actually, he doesn't care because he's Reginald. Flashing in, there's the stun, and the shield pops as well, but beautiful heal. And Candy Panda is probably going to be safe. No!
Got it.
At the very end of the range of the Sivir Q, and Niv is going to fall as well here. Beautifully played from TSM, who suddenly had 4 people in bot lane.
Yeah, that was excellent. Actually, wow, KX flashed to land the boomerang blade. That's really dedicated for it. Yeah, she flashed to get into range, barely landed it. Interestingly enough, also is Reginald actually was slightly late on that ignite because Vayne actually got the summoner heal off just before he landed the ignite, which would have put her even lower on health, but... either way, of course, it did work out, and they got the kill regardless. Ocelot wants to steal, so see, Especial's getting low. Oh, Reginald's looking for her. He's been stunned in range. Yes. This could be bad. Oh my gosh, that boomerang blade.
That is so much damage.
His flash is down, she'll be safe.
Yes. Skarner is in range, though, and I don't know, Odd One should have, Odd One has smite, so unless Odd One really fails here, the dragon should be safe. Sleazy is trying it, but he's not getting in there, he gets taunted. And that'll be a very, very dead lobster as well. Oh, actually, he flashes out. Candy Panda is coming just in time to keep him safe. Whew, not going to be any lobster on the menu for TSM tonight. But yeah, almost got it there. I think Sleazy actually stole a dragon against White Lotus while their jungler had the smite up. So it's possible if the enemy jungler isn't paying attention.
Yep.
What's going on with Rainman? Why is he home so often? He's supposed to be winning this lane, but he's still behind in CS. Whenever I look at him, he's going home.
Yeah, I don't know if Aurelius is pushing him away, but he's buying items quite frequently. But you see the gold is still looks like 2,000 to the advantage of Team Solo Mid, so they are building this one up. And again, if Curse can beat SK, Curse is going to be 2-1, and SK is going to fall out. So this is playing the way Curse wants it to, I believe.
Yes.
This is the ideal situation for Curse.
Well, Americans giving each other an assist there. That sounds
winning a game.
Yeah, Rainman actually built a lot of Doran's plates. I don't know if you'd normally build 3 Doran's plates on Teemo. Oh, Kevin finding all the shrooms. That's tasty, but not good.
He might do that just for to help his jungler to say, hey, I'm going to get rid of the mushrooms here so that Skarner can come gank. It could be on purpose, honestly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he gets his health back very quickly with W. Ocelot now setting up in the brush, but he is teleporting home, I think. Yeah, it's not going to... Is he?
Oh, this could be an easy kill, honestly.
Yeah, if Rainman doesn't pay attention here, and...
There it is. Him going in for the slow, and Ocelot's going to go for it. Oh my gosh, wow, just barely. 350 health left, does burn that flash, of course, for good reason. But,
that was still successful for SK right there, because Raymond just came back from buying, and he's going to have to go home right now again with no money to spend. 319, he's not going to buy anything. So that was basically just a lot of time wasted there for him. Oh, Sleazy Weezy taking good damage from Reginald there. He put his shield up, but at the same time, we're missing a kill there. Must have been a boomerang blade again, top bot lane. Chaos just completely dominating it, and that's a double kill.
Nice by Chaos, just completely crushes that lane. 2 kills. Sona had ulted just then, and of course Cleanse was down this time, I would have thought. Yep, it's still got like 3 seconds left in that cooldown.
Yes.
For Vaynes, they just completely crushed on through it, and Nip didn't even get a chance to use her ultimate. So that's just painful, and the minions will pick up that turret kill. Solo Mid, first turret kill of the game. Now Raymond going to be wearing the red buff, going to use that to really try to outlane this Aurelia. And at that point, if you're Teemo with
he
red,
has to win. Yes, with the red buff.
And he's going Blinding Dart, by the way, so I was wrong in the call about move quick.
Oh yeah, indeed. But he does level poison first, of course. He just wants to get that out. Let me see how much does that do. Wow.
A lot.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's
45 on hit plus 120.
Yeah, that's 165.
Yes.
Yeah, if you just come in for one last hit and you take 165 extra damage on top of the normal attack damage, that's a lot. TSM now setting up for something mid. Rainman is hanging just around, and X-Specialist there as well.
Turrets.
Yeah, they're just going to push turrets, I guess. They have a slight advantage, and they do what they do.
They do it every time. They get a little advantage. They're going to go all 3 out of turrets. And look, there's the second one.
Yep, and they're probably setting up for the third one. Reginald is not doing badly at all with 153 CS against LeBlanc's 85.
Ouch.
Okay, well, that's the thing. Like you said, LeBlanc does not farm well. And Sion is probably one of the best farmers of all AP carries. Maybe Morgana, but I still think he may be better because he can get both.
He'll get both sides once he gets enough AP. Absolutely. I completely agree with you on that one, that Sion is the king of auto pushers, and that's why everyone gets a couple of Doran's Wings. And also, one thing I think is really cool about Reginald is he went Boots Mobility. He went Sion Mobile.
Yep.
And that's basically, when you want to run around and gank as, basically this big mobile guy, Sion Mobile, Boots Mobility.
Oh, the same, sorry. Chaos there, chasing down Candy Panda again under the turret. He's still going for it. Summoner here in the last second keeps Candy Panda safe. That could have been another kill. Not quite sure how they got at him from this angle. They were coming from Team SK's blue. Not sure how they caught him there. Yeah. Just ran in from the side. Candy Panda almost dying there. And yes, look at Candy Panda's items. He's also he's building like, oh god, I'm behind. I need to get some sustain. While on Silver we already have a pickaxe and a BF sword. I'm just gonna give this lane to Chaos.
Yep, he's winning that lane pretty hard. Reginald's winning his lane pretty hard, but Kevin is winning his respective lanes. So they're 2-1 on lanes, in TSM's favor. But we'll see how that manifests out. Aurelia is great late game, and so are Sion and Sivir. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Kevin. I wish we'd spent more time watching top lane because I honestly don't understand how he could win that lane so well. But he did something right. That's for certain.
Yep, absolutely.
And Reginald now very aggressively running through SK's forest. He's probably going to get in range there for a stun because he has that move speed. No, he just popped the shield to be safe. Yeah, and Skarner was just around the corner as well. There's a ping going down, near Dragon. So I think Dragon's probably about to come back up. And this, TSM clearly are in the driving seat here, right? But this could be the fight that really decides where this game is going. If they mess up the Dragon fight, and they're actually going home to shop, so it looks like they still have some time left on the Dragon time. Unfortunately, we don't see the team chats here, so we can't really know what the timer is there. We should have paid attention ourselves.
Yeah, we should have.
But we're not support players, so we don't have to.
Wow, yeah. I feel like Team Solo Mid's team fight is phenomenal. Every one of them, I guess except for Teemo, really, is a giant AoE crush fest where they've got, Sivir hazing the entire team. Sona ult's going to lead into that Scion shield beautifully. And you've got good DPS from SK. You've got Aurelia and Skarner who are going to keep beating people down. Vayne the same way, where they can keep beating on someone. But if your entire team gets AoE to 1/3 health, I mean, unless Janna's got 400 ability power, that's going to stick. And good luck dealing with that. They're all single target. They're they're a little bit bursty with Vayne Condemn and with LeBlanc in general, but. Otherwise it's going to be difficult for them.
Looks like SK are just leaving that dragon to TSM. They clairvoyance it just to make sure that they're taking it. Now they have an accurate
24-46.
Very well done.
46.
Very well done, sir. Remember, put it in our chat. Can we actually put anything in chat? No,
it won't stick now.
Ah, man. Yep, Kevin laning against Raymond. Every single time I watch the two of them, it looks like Kevin is clearly losing the lane, and then he has more CS. I don't get it.
Was Raymond roaming? The team.
Yep, absolutely. Kevin gets a stun down on Teemo there. Teemo turns around to fight, puts a blind on Kevin, and tries to get him through a mushroom.
That, yeah.
He was like, nope, I'm not following you. And he's clearly winning that lane right now. He built a Wit's End, so he does have a lot of magic resist against the team, because when he's in farm mode, he's always going to have all stacks up on that Wit's End. But the top lane is really not what SK need to be worrying about. That bottom lane failing so hard. I mean, it's not failing. It's not like Candy Panda did that much wrong. It's just that Chaos outplayed him.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
That is going to hurt, because the way that League of Legends goes with the current state of the metagame is you have a more or less even game where everybody has their role to play until like the 20-30 minutes mark, and then it's like, is your AD carry farmed enough? Can he actually do the damage output in a team fight? Unless your AP bursts somebody out of a team fight before it really starts, it really comes down to, can your AD carry position himself well and deal the damages?
Yeah, well, right now Kevin is farming up, and oh my gosh, jumps on the Rain Man, gets him rather low. Ignite goes off. Both players about to start trading. Oh, that R hits one more time. Could it be enough damage? Yes, the last tick of Ignite, as Kevin only with like 200 health left. That was a really, really close trade, but Kevin did pick that one up. But now as Team Soulmate are like, vengeance for my teammate.
Explain to me how Teemo looks happy even when he's dead.
Because Teemo he's a baller like that.
He's pretty good.
Because he knows he's still winning.
Yeah, you just killed me because of my global taunt.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. He's gonna get focused every team fight, and I'm gonna laugh if that's like the reason they win too. Is they just like chase Teemo across 7 mushrooms in a team fight.
Wait, what do you mean? This is not chase Teemo? This is not fight the Teemo?
Catch the Teemo is a very fun game, by the way. I recommend you all play Catch the Teemo at some point. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get watched.
What is he doing?
He didn't blow up the shield in time. He W'd twice. I saw that too.
Yeah, why did he go back? Yeah.
He was spamming like W click. I must. Oh, I retreated.
And he's saying something in Russian. Aua, I guess. I'm just guessing. And yep, because Oslo has to go home and heal right now, TSM are like, you know what? Free Baron. We'll take it.
Infinity Edge will make that happen sometimes.
Yeah, Infinity Edge at the 21-minute mark. That's pretty good for a tournament game.
Yep.
That is pretty good. Rainman, let's see what he's built. Yeah, he's just going for his Frozen Mullet now after the Lantern. That's just a totally standard build. And Reggie is just making sure that SK aren't coming anywhere near. And Reggie has his death cap. Ouchies.
And Baron buff.
And
for good measure.
I'm going to give this game to TSM.
And he even got an early cage pick, too, just for the gold per 10 over time. I mean, yeah, he might build a late death cap, but that was seriously just for gold income. And he's pretty happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, he has almost twice the gold that Ocelot has.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yep, 8,000 versus 4,900.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's pretty farmed. Let's have a look at Sivir there. 8,000 on Sivir, and Vayne has 5,100. Yep. Yeah, that's not going so well here for SK. Really? Well, I thought they had more than this, and it wasn't really Sleazy's fault. Not that I could see. It definitely wasn't Kevin's fault. So it's not the new subs, that are letting them down.
Yep.
It's really the core team that didn't do its job. I mean, the infamous Candy Niff lane did nothing, and Ocelot just couldn't do anything. At least not at the level that Reggie did.
Yeah, absolutely the case. They just managed to not win those lanes. They picked their solos so early, and Kevin did do well in his lane regardless. So props to him. But yeah, that LeBlanc lane just did not pay off.
Yep.
And that's a big deal. If that lane doesn't pay off, you're not going to be in great shape. I got to hand it to Reginald for the great Scion choice there. That did pay off quite nicely.
Oh yeah. Yep, I did not see a sign coming, but yeah, like you said, this just worked perfectly. And the whole switcheroo, I feel that even though Timo fell behind, Reggie just benefited from it because he could just, he can push a lane and then
full
go
for the
switch.
wave, then switch.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really miss out much that way. And you can see, he's got highest minions by 30. That's for good reason.
Yeah, he's got like 60 more than the highest on the enemy team. That's harsh.
That's going to hurt a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really know what SK can do at this point. They can, of course, still win a cheeky team fight where they get Sivir while she has the spell shield down and, I don't know, get a Skarner ultimate or something. Reggie Pro going a little bit too far and has to use his flash there. He's going to be fine, though. But, even with Sivir down, Scion is going to focus somebody out, and the sustained damage from Timo, even though he doesn't have that much right now, it's quite something.
Mm-hmm. I think if SK wins the initial burst battle, somehow, if it happens to go in their favor, they'll be completely fine because their persistent damage from Vayne, Skarner, Aurelia is enough to never let Scion get a shield off.
Right, yes.
If they get to the point where they're slugging it out, Scion will not get any shields off in the fight, so they need to win a burst battle. And the cool thing about that is, they have LeBlanc, and at some point LeBlanc will get useful. She's got a Phoenix Codex. Looks like she's actually rushing... that could be Morello's Evil Tome.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. That's a very underused item, actually.
Yeah.
And I think the stats are actually quite okay on it. I mean, what you pay for them.
We'll see if she actually picks that up, or if that's just... No, there's the cage pick, so just had the blasting one. Yeah, so it's just a very weird item set then.
Yeah.
It feels like she's just kind of in a frustrated state.
Oh, look at that. And Ocelot is starting to build his DFG, and guess what? Science already finished his on top of the death cap.
Yeah, that's a gold advantage. a little bit,
A little bit. He can pretty much one-shot most of the enemy team right now.
That's absolutely the case.
Yep.
And yeah, Sleazy's got, he finished through his gold pretends. He's got that Shirelia's up there. And, that's good. They've got the I guess the first Shirelia's. No. Rammus has one, okay.
Yep.
And Rammus is ahead in gold. He's got the Giant's belt there, basically on top of what Sleazy already has. So.
Sona has a Shirelia's as well, so two Shirelia's already on TSM.
And the Sivir ult, which is a, 5x duration Shirelia's.
Yes. Yeah, looking really dire right now for SK. They really need to either catch one of them out of position or just somehow magically catch Sivir in a Skarner ult and burst her down. I really don't see that happening though.
Yeah, TSM are definitely set up for great team fights here. They're going to keep pushing on, and they're going to keep going for some kind of pressure here. They've gotten all the outer turrets. They've gotten none of the inner turrets yet, but with Baron Buff about to time out in the next 20 seconds, they either make something of this or they just sort of sit back and farm. But looks like they've got SK far enough away from the turret that they are going to go for a push here. But they're not getting too over-aggressive. Raven's going for the damage, but, Odd One's not trying to tank that. That taunt gets him down to half health. Sleazy there loses about a third of his. The shield and some of those heals might help him out okay. He's got some good health regen, of course. And another stun goes off there, so Sleazy's not really able to keep that up.
He's just using the stuns right now to poke, which is okay. He just burned his DFG on Ocelot. That didn't do too much, actually. I'm not quite sure why that didn't do a lot more, because that scales with AP as well. And now it looks like they're switching around to the inner mid turret, and they may actually get it because Scion just pushes like a madman.
Yep, auto-pushed, and Essex's going to show up as fast as they can. A nice little boomerang blade there from Chaos. Got a little bit of free damage, and there is that turret kill, and they're still in pretty okay shape.
Yep, absolutely. They are almost 10k gold ahead right now, Freak. That is a lot of gold advantage, and it looks like Rainman's going to set up a little mushroom farm around Baron. That would make sense. So he's just going to go and get the farm top. Okay, that makes sense as well. Reggie doesn't quite get in range there to get anything off, but they just wanted to have another turret. Like you said, that's something that TSM like to do. When they're in an advantage, they'll just take all the free turrets they can get, because you know what? 150 gold times 5, that doesn't suck.
Not at all. So yeah, Rayman in great shape. It just keeps on pushing it through. He's pretty happy with this.
Yeah, well, he's Timo.
Yeah,
he's always happy.
But getting himself up in gold will be very nice. He's got that frozen mallet. He will get that, or not the frozen mallet, sorry, the phage. But when he gets mallet, he's going to have Aurelia just pinned down in that fight. Even if he didn't win the lane, he's still that counter pick where when Aurelia gets in there, she's very auto attack based. Her health gain, the 75 true damage, the wit's end. She's, she didn't do that, any kind of a Trinity Force rush or anything like that. Like, she is very much on that sustained damage kick. And when you're blinded, you don't have that same ability.
Yep. And when you're constantly slowed by Frozen Mallet, you can't necessarily reach the targets you want to reach between your Qs.
Yep. And now KX has a quick server Sash, is doing that to try to counteract.
Yes. Skarner.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah. Nice pull down on the red. That was a cute move, just putting it with a boomerang blade so it comes around to the safer side to take it. but SK aren't even trying anything. They're just setting up in the forest right now, and they have to hope to get someone.
Oh, they can catch Reginald.
There is the Shirelli actually jumping on him right now. He is stunned, and there's the Scar ultimate on him as well, and Reginald is gonna go down before he can do anything.
But that took like 15 seconds of the entire team. That was ridiculous.
Like, you know what, Reggie? You just die. That's what TSM said. You know what?
Yep.
Take him. We don't like him anyway.
Yeah, true. It's okay. Bay life. He'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah, this times 10 is what SK needs to get back into the game.
And then they're fine.
Yeah, just that. Just let us kill like Reggie 10 more times and we'll be good.
Here's what they need to do. They should send Candy Panda like solo top farming, and then everyone else sit in a brush right below him. Reginald will be like, I'm aggressive, I gotta go for this, and just get caught.
Yep,
that's the plan.
Reginald.
That's the plan. They need that.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them.
Okay. KSK, if you can listen through your headphones.
Yes.
And I'm playing to the main stage. If those are all true. Bait Candy Panda.
No, I'm afraid there's a Russian on the main stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm through force of willpower. I'm telling them they need to tell
Rainman setting up mushrooms, aka free wards around Baron. That's always nice.
That's very smart, yeah.
Free wards that blow up in your face and slow you down.
Yeah,
and he does have the frozen malt. That's very, very happy news for him. Irelia seems to be going for Trinity Force. Should make you happy.
Turret. Yes, always. And at that point, they'll just win the game.
Yes, of course. Trinity Force. It is a ridiculously strong item, actually.
It's quite nice.
On pretty much any champion that isn't a hard AP carry.
I don't know. I would get it on Karthus.
Of course you would.
first item Trinity Force Karthus. Just use Q to proc.
You know, you could kind of use a Lich Bane as well.
No. Trinity Force.
Okay.
I need the move speed.
Alright, that's true. Lich Bane has move speed too.
I need the bonus health. I want the slowing attacks. Yes. I don't know.
They may be going for a second Nasher right now. SK is aware and is setting up right now. Also, they're trying to get some free damage onto Reggie Broad through the wall. Not going to happen. That shield is too manly right now. The shield, of course.
They're going in.
Yep, they're going in once again. Reginald is going to run in first, but so much damage on Ocelot and Liv already. Oddbro is in there. It's not going to get anyone taunted. Ocelot is just running away the entire fight, but he's actually managing to get out of it. Sleazy also flashing out. Candy Panda cannot do any damage, and now they're going to start actually killing people. Kevin falls. Candy Panda is going to fall next. If they actually chase the right way, no, they don't. Nicely juked there, sir. But it may not be enough. Actually, he turns around to push Rams away, and that was his downfall. Yeah, that was a weird kind of fight because SK withdrew with 10% health on a couple of champions. It didn't look like TSM could finish anyone, but then once they start killing people, they just went through almost the entire team.
Yeah, but the thing is, I also think SK made one misplay because they actually got the pull onto Chaos. They actually did get the Skarner onto KX, but they had already front-loaded the burst onto Reginald.
Yeah,
that Ocelot had already tried to get rid of Reginald. Reginald was like, I'm Sion with a shield on. I'm going to heal with my ultimate. Like, I have a chain vest. Like, I'll be okay. And I think if they had coordinated it a little bit better and said, hold on until we get a pull, they could have one-shotted Sever.
Sleazy's going to fall here. Probably not. Actually, Ocelot trying to go in is not going to happen. Sleazy is going to get stunned and killed very, very badly. Yeah.
And even KX got the kill credit for that, so they're just feeding that gold to the ranged AD.
601 right now versus 130 on the Vayne. And Bloodthirst and not the best choice when you constantly die.
Yeah, absolutely the case. And this is just getting farther and farther in their favor. 7-3 the kills. They're going for their second Baron. Ocelot may try for this. He will put the ward down. He knows the timer on it, kind of.
Yeah.
He can estimate now. Another ward goes down from Nif. They're dropping those down to keep giving Ocelot vision. They're trying to... Oh my gosh, he actually might get the kill onto Ogmund as a result. Reginald... okay, now Ocelot... He's
just going to die.
Yeah, they got the kill onto Candy Panda as well. Well, no, he had already triggered his passive and then retreated out. And yeah, Baron will go down this time. He did not manage to steal that away.
Nif actually surviving there from Raymond, chasing him down. Beautifully done. He was waiting in the brush for Raymond to follow him into the brush and then immediately tornadoed into Flash to get out of the frozen model procs. So barely getting away there. Not that it makes any difference at this point, Freak. This game is pretty much over.
Yeah, they're in phenomenal shape. They're up, like 13,000 gold.
Yeah.
That's definitely harsh. TSM looks like they're going to go 2-0 in the group. Their last game is going to be against White Lotus, and if our results have been telling you anything so far, that might be an easier game for them.
Yeah.
Well, the big deal is going to be, this game plays out the way it's looking. Curse versus SK for elimination. And, I'm really glad to see, the last game of the day actually mattering so much for this. Yeah. I mean, it really is for elimination. And yeah, think regardless, we're going to have at least. I think actually, if TSM wins this, they're guaranteed to go through, and White Lotus are guaranteed to not make it at this point.
All right. So it doesn't really matter what they do with White Lotus. They're probably just going to have some fun. But SK versus Curse is going to be interesting then. Although it has to be said that SK are the clear favorites there. I mean, Curse didn't look that great. And now they're again unloading everything on Regibro, and he's just not dying. He may actually... Nope, there is another shield that he just barely got off. Kevin is still on him. He may actually get the kill. Yes. That, of course, is going to turn the game around, and SK have now what? No, they've not.
It's a moral victory.
It's a moral victory. That's all it is at this point.
So, interestingly enough, it wasn't Teemo, but Cyan with the global taunt there.
Yep. But, well, it's Regibro.
Well, yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
they really needed to go for KX at some point. And again, they did have the Skarner ult on him at least one time, and you know the cooldowns were all gone. And yeah, honestly, it's Cyan now with almost triple LeBlanc's kills. It really is that LeBlanc did not have anything to do early game, and once that happened,
actually Cyan hasn't been getting any champion kills. He's just been getting assists, but that's fine. He's happy with that.
He's tanking is the thing.
Exactly. Yeah, he's tanking really well. And KOX must have so much gold right now. Yeah, 4,700 that he's just holding on to for a rainy day.
Yeah. Also, we should make fun of Reginald for going negative in a game and his team won 13-4.
Yep. Clearly, he is being carried. That's exactly what's happening. Yes. Oh, KOX actually taking a bit of damage there, but not quite enough to kill him. And yep, that's going to be game right here. There's a taunt on Sleazy. Sleazy's going to fall as well. Second Nexus turret is going to be down in no time at all. Actually, Goslan trying to go in and get another kill as not... Oh, actually, it is going to happen. Kevin got it, because Kevin is tanky enough to actually survive all that. Is he going to get out of that? Or nope, Sona picked it up. Beautifully played there. A little deadly music, and that's it. That's Team Solo Mid winning against SK in a very clear fashion, yeah.
Yeah, excellent job by them. They are now 2-0 in the group stage from Team Solo Mid. They are, I'm pretty certain, guaranteed to go through. They're guaranteed to make it on to day 3 into the semifinals against whoever they're going to face from Group B. SK Gaming versus Curse Gaming is now the big game of the day.
Yeah.
That next game is going to determine who moves on.
Right.
And that's
and I think
rather big deal.
If SK actually drop out at the group stage, that is going to be rather much of an upset. I mean, even with the new lineup, people expected them to do really, really well here. Yeah. And honestly, I still think they're going to be able to take Curse, but we'll have to see in that game. And this was a lot clearer than I expected it to be. I mean, this was almost a one-sided stomp there. TSM won the champion select, as you pointed out, and then they just followed up perfectly. They just executed flawlessly. The only ones who were the only one who was really doing well on Team SK was Kevin there in his top lane, and it just wasn't enough to carry from top lane.
No, he couldn't quite have enough impact. He spent a lot of the time farming. He went, Flash Ignite, so he wasn't, teleporting to wards and jumping into team fights early. His team never really had a chance to stand for Dragon aside from the one attempt, if even. And so they never had the chance to really use him to jump on people, and by the time they did, Reginald had so much AP that shield would just stand up to LeBlanc's burst and be like, okay, I lost 100 health. I mean, that's your entire combo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was definitely an amusing game to watch, though. The Cyan is just so much fun to see people also. One time they managed to kill him, but like you said, it was 15 seconds of just pummeling him until he finally died.
every spell.
And TSM were just around the corner. We're like, you know what? We're just going to let you have that one.
Yeah, at that point, it's like you're going to lose your main AP damage at that point, and it's like, no one at that stage is going to have that much damage. You can try to rely on KX there, but, Teemo going for a very control-type build is not going to be a big DPS source there. Still 11,000 gold on him, 190 minions. Did, I think, hold down Kevin a bit. Because one thing to realize also is, Kevin is extremely phenomenal. He's, as you said, possibly the best solo top in the world. Like, that's a tall order. Like, no one's going to win that lane. If someone's already the best you can do is be worse than that. So it's like, at the very least, keep him down and farm a little bit. And, someone like Aurelia who has infinite sustain and who has, the ability to jump on you and do all that, still, got out CS by the Sivir and all like that, probably because she got zoned a bit by a team, at least for a short time. So I think, people might rag on Rain Man, but he went positive. He did do some good control in his lane. He didn't, feed or anything like that. I mean, certainly a good player. His team did come through and win that game. And, you can't go 0-12 and have your team win the game. So,
but wow, that KOX, I don't know who can stop the KOX this game, this tournament, because that bottom lane currently just looks completely unstoppable. I mean, we'll have to see what happens in the semis if M5 pulls out something really astonishing, like a spot Nunu that maybe KX doesn't feel comfortable playing against. Maybe they'll ban Nunu against M5.